JJ comes to us after having been in and out of some group classes that we've taught with his owner, and his owner's traveling, and so JJ's here with us to work on some of his skills, and one of the items that we're going to be working on is focused healing. We're taking him back to some basics as far as how he takes the food, his understanding of when the food is available and when it's not. These are issues that his owner has expressed to us are problem behaviors for him. When there's excitement, for instance, he takes the ball when he's not supposed to. So we're going to be working on the very basics through hopefully some of those advanced skills, just kind of refreshing for him the way this should be working. And we're going to see if we can get some of that going right now. So I'm just going to start with how he takes the food, making sure that we get the proper food taking behavior before we move on to targets and healing lures. JJ. Yes. Okay, so I want a firm push from his nose into my palm. Yes. And I want his nose towards my body, his head, the top of his head tilted towards my body. Hey, I do not want that. I don't want to turn his head to the outside. I want him to turn his head to the inside. Yes. Yeah, no, can't have it. Yeah, get out of there. So there, he knocked the food loose and turned his head to the outside. Yes. I like to say dogs will stop doing what doesn't work and they will do what works. Yes. If I don't let him get it when he turns his head to the outside, he'll quit. That has been my experience with every single dog.
It's the same if
Yes.
he drops it onto the ground. If he knocks it out of
Yep.
your hand and you let him get the food off the ground, you're reinforcing him hitting your hand.
Yes. So I'm helping him to turn his head to the inside. I've switched hands here. Yes. Yes. Good boy. This is like the easiest work you've ever done. All you gotta do is turn your head. Good boy. Now I'm gonna do a little different. There's no food in my hand. I'm gonna look for the touch. Yes. And then a switch. Yes. No. Turn it. Come on, bud. You know what to do. JJ. He's turning his head to the outside, so he's not going to get the food. If he makes the choice and turns to the inside, come on, bud. Might not be ready for that after one rep. Nope. Yes. Okay, so there's with the food in my hand. Yes. I'll just alternate here for a couple reps. Yes. Yes.
So that hand, that rep, your hand was empty.
Yeah, my hand's empty. Yes. And all I'm looking for is the nose push. Okay, so he knows it's in the other hand, so we'll switch off here. Yes. I wanted to make the connection that I'm offering him the hand. No. Yeah. I'll keep the other hand out of the picture. He's switching hands here, so. Yes.
It's the power of prediction.
And I want him to know it's not in this hand and still do the behavior. Okay? Do it again? Yes. Okay? You want to try it from the heel? Okay, so we're going to do the lure into the basic position by having him move through, spin his head in, and when he gets here, lift. So he turned his butt out. I'm kind of checking on where he's at. I haven't been working on this with him yet. Yes. Ready? Through, flip around, lift. Yes. I wait for his rear to hit the ground. I'm going to do a forward step. Yes. Second position. Third position, yes. And back to basic. Yes. Yes, good boy. The idea is to move the reward placement higher and change from touching the hand to targeting the hand visually. Yes. This takes reps, takes time. Right over here. Doing this with no verbals. He's acting a little funny about the wall here.
It's a little claustrophobic.
A little claustrophobic, that's all right.
Good. Nope. Nope. Yes. 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 No. Good. Oops. Nope. Yes. What?
During the last couple minutes of this video, and at this point, Kim and I both picked up that JJ has what we call a training scar. A training scar is something's happened during his training up to this point, before we started working with him, where it caused him to think either he's supposed to be farther back in the heel position, or that something bad's going to happen if he goes too far forward, or he's just nervous about walls because something has happened next to a wall. Getting his toes stepped on might be the thing. All this is normal, okay? This kind of stuff happens. Being able to recognize it and shift gears, give the dog something easy to do.
Good.
We don't mind if a dog gets a little frustrated during a rep. What we don't want them to do is get confused or to get fearful of doing the next thing we'd like them to do. And here you see JJ needing a little bit of help with the leash to come forward. And Kim's slowly working him through this exercise, keeping everything real positive. There he's a foot back from where he should be. He should be up by our left foot. So the good news is we have lots to work on. We don't have to push the dog when he feels uncomfortable in this position. So what Kim and I decided to do is work on a different exercise. What you're going to see is we pulled out a touchpad, something JJ knows, and we're going to work on him being able to move his back end independently. You'll see how this ties into his problem and how we change his mind about it in a little bit.
Good.
Okay, so we've switched gears a little bit for JJ. We're working on
Touch. Good.
a set of exercises we call rear end awareness exercises.
Nice.
The idea here is first we build the touchpad behavior. We build duration in the touchpad behavior. And then we teach the dog to rotate their rear feet around the touchpad. This helps them to understand that it's not just what their front end does, it's what their rear end does that can earn them reward.
You are a slobberfoot.
And it's just a matter of teaching them to take side steps when we're healing and keep themselves square with us.
Good. Good. No. Good. Good. Good boy. Good. 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 Nope. Good. No. Good. Good. Good boy, JJ. Good boy. That's so much fun. Good boy. Good. Good. I'm finding with him, keeping my hands cupped together gets the best results, which is not something I've ever done. I've normally actually just used my hand up here to pivot their head like that. Good. Good touch. Now let's go the other way. Nope. Touch. Good. Good. Nope. Nope. Touch. Good. No.
So as the idea gets more developed where he's supposed to touch the empty hand, we can start to use the empty hand
Nope. Good.
to lure this behavior. The key there is that we can more precisely mark
Good boy.
the point of the behavior that actually gets him the food versus him trying to take the food, getting him the food.
Good. Good. Good boy. Good. Nope. That was cheating. Good. 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 Good boy. Good boy. No. JJ, touch. Good. Good, JJ. Good.
You want to work on both directions, left and right. We don't want him to develop a favorite direction.
Nope. Good. 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 Good.
You want to try in the heel position with you next to the block, making full 90-degree corners?
Sure. JJ. Heel. Nope. Nope. Touch. Good. Nope. Touch. Nope.
Too close to the wall for him to swing his butt towards it.
Touch. Good. Good. No. Nope. See if we can use a little bit of leash help. JJ.
Stop for a second.
Mhm.
Don't do it with you there, just have him touch.
JJ, touch. Nope. Touch. I didn't say touch me. Touch. Good.
Yeah, just spend some time there.
JJ.
He doesn't like the wall.
No, he doesn't. Touch. Nope.
Now move it out.
Opinionated, are you? JJ, touch. Yes. Good. Touch. Nope. No. JJ. Good. Touch. Good. Good.
Work on rotating his butt toward the wall.
Touch. Boop. Touch. Good. Boop. No. Touch. No. Touch. Nope. Good. No. Good. Yes. Good. 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 JJ. No. JJ. Good. Yes.
You got too many in a row there.
Not supposed to choke on him. Touch. No. Touch. Good. Good. Nope. More. Just a little bit. Good. Yes. Good. Good. Good boy. No. Yes. Good boy. See, it doesn't bite. It doesn't. Good boy. Good boy. Good boy. Freeze.
So he really seems to me like he has an aversion to being right next to you. And it might be like we thought, maybe he's worried about getting his toes stepped on. Or it could be he's had too much pressure there.
Part of why we're renaming it.
Yeah.
And what's interesting though is walking in and out, he stays right there. He steps one step in front. He comes right back to that exact spot.
Yeah, and it's been too much pressure on that forward step. Or he's been surging as he comes in, and instead of having target placement used, he's had correction used. And so he's afraid to be there.
Head to the very next day. Kim has worked with him for about an hour at this point on the next day, but not worked on heel. These are his first healing reps of the second day.
Good. Good.
Notice the proper placement.
Good. Good boy, JJ. Good boy. Are we buddies? Good boy.
That's a nice focus.
Good boy. JJ. Good. 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 Nope. Good. Good. Nope. Gotta have more food. I do. Do you like these? Good.
Beautiful.
Good. 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 Don't fall over. Good boy. I know, I almost fell. Good boy.
Did you show me a release into a reward event?
This. Good. No. Yes.
Right back into the heel. Very nice.
Good. Good. This. Good. No. Good. Nope. Good. Foos. Yes.
during these reward events, you can start to see why it's so important to work on the
JJ.
food presentation and how he takes the food,
Come.
that nose push, all of those
Good.
things, before you go crazy with rewards.
Good.
If we had started out with him turning his head to the outside and getting crazy with those food rewards,
Good.
we'd have had chewed on hands.
Good boy. Good boy.
Would you try against the wall for me?
Sure. Good boy. Yes. Yes. Good boy. Yes. Foos. Good. Yes. Good. Good. Good boy. Good. 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 Foos. Good. Good. Yes. Good boy. Foos. Yes.
There you go.
Good boy.
I want to take just a moment here and talk about the direction of reward. So
So why
JJ's
isn't it?
issue has been being too far back in the heel position, or foos,
He's grabbing like a
and
whale.
Kim is choosing to reward him forward when he hits it right. This is a matter of reward position, reinforcing head position. We
position.
want him more forward.
Yes.
There it is again, forward in the reward. If he was surging, she would be rewarding rearward, or
boy.
at the very least moving the target rearward in the behavior.
Good.
This is a teaching stage.
That's
Once he's
cool.
getting the position right, we'll just mark it and
Work
reward.
that,
But we want to be
Good.
teaching him
Foos.
where the reward's going to end up so that he
Good.
knows where to look.
Nope.
Also
Good.
notice she's moving her target position up and looking for him to stretch his neck upwards.
Good.
And she's marking when he's not touching the hand, but when he is looking up towards her face or the target, which the target is
No.
between his face and
No.
her face when he's in the right spot.
No. Yes.